The Great Smoky Mountain National Park was established in 1934. It straddles the border between North Carolina and Tennessee. The national park is renowned for its diversity in plant and animal life, as well as the beauty of its ancient mountains. This has made the Great Smoky Mountain National Park the most visited national park in America. There are waterfalls throughout the park, with larger falls like Grotto, Laurel, Abram, Rainbow, and Mingo drawing over 2,000 visitors per year. At an elevation of 5,046 feet, Newfound Gap is the lowest drivable gap through the Smoky Mountain National Park. A trip over Newfound Gap Road has often been compared to a drive from Georgia to Maine in terms of the variety of forest ecosystems one experiences. Klingsman's Dome is the highest point in Tennessee at 6,643 feet. Only North Carolina's Mount Mitchell rises higher. Vistas from the tower are spectacular. Views expand over 100 miles into 7 states. It is a great place to view and capture pictures of sunrises and sunsets. Katie's Cove is a broad, verdant valley surrounded by mountains and is one of the most popular destinations in the Great Smokies. The best way to tour the cove is by taking an 11-mile loop. That offers motorists the opportunity to sightsee at a leisurely pace. The Katie's Cove Historic District is listed on the National Register of Historic Places. There are 12 stops on this loop, but not all stops may interest you. First stop is the John Oliver Cabin. It was constructed in 1822 by the cove's first permanent European settlers. The cabin is held together by gravity and notched corners. The Oliver Cabin is one of the most visited historical structures in the national park. The Primitive Baptist Church is next on the loop. It was constructed in 1887. The church was organized by the Katie's Cove Baptist Church in 1827. The Katie's Cove Methodist Church is next. It was constructed in 1902. The Methodists were active in the Cove as early as the 1820s. They built their first meeting house in 1840. The Myers Barn is next. It was constructed in 1920. The Myers Barn is a modern-looking hay barn located along the trail to Elijah Oliver Place. Next on the loop is the John Cable Mill. John P. Cable built this rice mill in Katie's Cove in the early 1870s. Adjacent to the John Cable Mill is the Becky Cable House, which was constructed in 1879. This building was initially used by Leeson Gregg as a general store. The narrow, winding Roaring Fork Motor Nature Trail invites you to slow down and enjoy the forest and historic buildings of the area. The 5.5-mile-long one-way loop road is one of the favorite side trips for many people who frequently visit the Smokies. Roaring Fork is one of the larger and faster flowing mountain streams in the park. The most popular attraction in Gatlinburg is Ripley's Aquarium of the Smokies. It was voted the best aquarium in the US. Admission to the aquarium is $33.51 for anyone 12 and up, $22.34 for kids 6 to 11, and $11.16 for kids 2 to 5. The aquarium has thousands of exotic sea creatures along with jellyfish, 12-foot sharks, and playful penguins. There is a state-of-the-art underwater viewing area where you can view stingrays and sharks. You can also see playful penguins up close and personal. Amid the splendor of the Great Smoky Mountains is Gatlinburg, Tennessee, a town that embodies the simple goodness of small-town life. Gatlinburg is a very important tourist destination in Tennessee, with many man-made attractions. The best way to see Gatlinburg is by going to the top of the Gatlinburg Space Needle. The cost to get to the top of the Space Needle is $10.95. The observation deck offers a 360-degree view of the Great Smoky Mountains and Gatlinburg. The view from Gatlinburg Space Needle is absolutely stunning. Also on site the Space Needle is Arcadia, a 25,000 square foot 2-story arcade with the latest video and redemption games. Ober Gatlinburg is an amusement park and ski area located in the mountains overlooking Gatlinburg. Ober was established in 1962. The area contains a large mall with indoor and outdoor amusements. The aerial tramway up to the top is a great way to get some of the best views of the Smokies. The cost of the aerial tramway is $14 per person. When you get to the top, you can purchase wristbands for kids 5 to 11, depending on what you want to do up there. You may also buy a book of 10 tickets for $31.50. Christ in the Smokies Museum and Gardens is one of the nation's foremost inspirational attractions. It features incredible lifelike scenes telling the story of Christ, utilizing lifelike figures, dramatic lighting, music, and special effects. After walking through the museum, there is a beautiful garden area where you can stroll through as well. Admission to the museum is $15 per person. There is a portion of the national park that is part of Cherokee, North Carolina. The Gatlinburg Visitor Center and the Mountain Farm Museum is located at the entrance to the Great Smoky Mountain National Park on US 441. The Mountain Farm Museum includes farm buildings, most dating back to around the 1900s. Most of the structures at the Mountain Farm Museum were built in the late 19th century by the Davis family and were preserved in the 1950s. Visitors can get a sense of how families may have lived 100 years ago in the area. At the Museum of Cherokee Indian, you can experience the 11,000-year-old Cherokee story vividly. Discover up close Cherokee's people's spirit of inventiveness, resilience, and will to survive. Rafting in the Smokies was a pioneer outfitter on the Big Pigeon River in 1978. The scenery surrounding the upper and lower sections of the Pigeon River are just as breathtaking as the rapids. Pigeon Forge is a tourist destination that caters primarily to Southern culture and country music fans. The city's main attraction is Dollywood and Dollywood Splash Country. There are numerous outlet malls, amusement rides, and musical theaters in Pigeon Forge as well. Wears Valley is a quiet American farming town situated deep within the majestic Great Smoky Mountains. The history and economy of the valley are intertwined with that of the Smokies. Cherokee Cavern is located in Townsend, Tennessee. It is known as the greatest site under the Smokies. These caverns were discovered in the mid-19th century. It was opened to the public by Bill Vinanda and Harry Myers in 1953. The Cherokee Caverns are carved inside the Earth's oldest mountain chain. It is estimated to be between 20 and 30 million years old. Many stalagmites reach over 24 feet tall, with flowstone formations over hundreds of feet in length and width. These caverns have the tallest underground waterfall in the eastern United States, named Silver Falls, a 210 feet two-tier waterfall. The World's Fair Park is located in the heart of Knoxville, Tennessee. It is a natural wonder to behold. The park's standout feature is the Tennessee Amphitheater. The Knoxville Sun Sphere is the standout structure of the World's Fair Park. It was built in 1982 for the World's Fair. This iconic feature of Knoxville's skyline definitely stands out. The observation deck features a gallery of Knoxville pictures, as well as information on Knoxville and the World's Fair.